So I decided to do some thinking about Apex Legends lately. We all know the game has not been an amazing spot with the fans just recently ratioing in the dislikes over on Apex's collection event trailer. Fans are still mad that they didn't keep their promise on the cross progression coming in 2022. The next gen console update was a complete lie and never really happened. So I decided to backtrack and say, is there anything good at all to look forward to in this game? Because I don't want to just complain and beat down on Apex every single video. And if it is possible to talk about something that's a little bit more lighthearted, I would like to. It's just been really hard lately with the state of the game. But I actually have found something that is pretty good news and does give us a little bit of hope for the future. Given you will have to accept some of this by faith because none of it's guaranteed. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new as always. We're trying to hit 95K before the end of the year and it looks like we're going to do it. So thank you guys so much for the support and let's jump into it. So because these videos are so old, you'll never be able to find them again by searching for Apex Legends campaign mode. But about 3 years ago, this exact same time from today during the Christmas event, we actually found some leaks that Respawn was working on a campaign type mode at one point for Apex Legends. As time went on, we actually found out that they nuked this idea. However, it just changed a little, and I want to tell you why it's a good thing that it didn't come and what it seems to mean for the future. So I've been saying for quite some time, Apex needs more. They need to take that next step. They need to have more options. They need to have more ways for players to enjoy the Apex universe because Battle Royale is not everyone's cup of tea, and you've obviously abandoned arenas, so we've got to have something. So when they first nuked this idea, I was thinking this was not a good thing at all, and unfortunately, Apex is not looking good. There seems to be a very good reason and explanation as to why they did this and why they changed the direction they wanted to go on this that I think you guys might appreciate a little bit more. So a couple months ago, Eugene Kim made this post saying that it was his last day at Respawn. He joined 3.5 years ago during season 0, blah 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 blah, but he said he had some opportunities of Apex Legends and had a chance to make some contributions to the new single player Apex universe game before he departed. I'm sad to leave, but I'm excited for what's next. It's been an honor. So we could assume that this campaign idea that they nuked from Apex Legends seems to actually have been added and switched over to a new game, a new build of the game. And let me tell you why this is a good thing. Not only will single players finally have a game mode that they can play by themselves, maybe a campaign mode, maybe some special op missions or something to do, but I would say one of the biggest problems that Apex is dealing with right now itself, quite possibly the engine that it was built on. And this is not just a theory. We've heard from many developers in the past that a lot of the reasons that they cannot bring a lot of the features that we want to see in this game is because of the engine that it was built on. Now, I want to be the first to tell you, I'm not a developer. I don't know how this works. Some of this information could be wrong, but I'm just piggybacking off of what other developers on Apex Legends have said in the past. For instance, most games nowadays come out with cross-play. You can play with your PlayStation friends if you're on Xbox, and if you're on PC, you can play with your console buddies. A lot of games release that way now, especially Apex's biggest competitors like Call of Duty. We know when Apex released and many people were asking for cross-play, Drew McCoy, which was one of the biggest guys of the team back then before he left the company, actually made a statement saying that it was so hard and actually going to be impossible and they would never be able to add crossplay because of the system and the engine that it was built on. So it took them about 2 years to finally add and implement into the game. Cross progression, we've been asking for the dawn of time so that all you console players could switch over to PC, and then if you wanted for whatever reason to go play on console from PC, you could still have all of your items. And it's been over 2 years and we still don't have that as well. And many people have blamed the engine that it's built on and how old and outdated and hard it is to add these new modern features on such an old engine like this. I also have someone in my community whose name is Darth Vader, which by the way is a super supporter. Shout out to you, Darth. His job is very much in this realm, and he's told me that he's willing to bet that the issue is actually coming from data sharing. Either Microsoft or Sony not wanting to share profile information with other companies. I don't know. Regardless, the biggest piece of information that I picked on that excited me the most was to think that they thought about adding a campaign mode on this old, outdated engine of a game and decided to stop it and go put it on a new engine, or at least go put it on a new build. And I'm hoping that it's on a new engine. If we could have an Apex Legends on a build that was more refined and able to bring more features sooner because it was built for the modern era or built even for the more future era and not on the old outdated stuff, this game would be so much better. And I've always said that Apex should have an option like this, similar to Call of Duty, but not copy and paste from Call of Duty, where you could play a campaign mode. You could go play multiplayer modes that like Titanfall had. You can go play arenas mode. You can go play Battle Royale, whatever it is that you want to play. There's some type of game mode out there for you. You would do this all from one central hub. You wouldn't have to go download the Apex Legends campaign game and then go download the Apex Legends multiplayer game and then go download Apex Legends Battle Royale. Like, you could go download individually if you wanted to, but it would all show up from a central hub. So in the lights of Overwatch 2, many people have been saying that Apex should take a similar route and make an Apex Legends 2, or at least just put this game on a new system. Considering it seems that they're doing that with a campaign mode, people are wondering if they're going to do what we talked about, however, in the reverse mode. So instead of adding campaign to the battle royale game, maybe we'll add battle royale to the campaign build. It could be slightly far-fetched, but I want you to remember two things when you consider this. Number one, and take this for what you will, because we know Respawn loves to overhype and underdeliver, but Respawn Entertainment's senior producer for Apex Legends did say that because this season was so long, there was going to be this exciting announcement at the end of the rainbow. It was all going to be so well worth it. He even finished it with, "I promise." Is it going to be some big announcement? Many people actually think that he's talking about the newer game modes that should be added to the game. But he's also answered some questions recently. Right when season 15 dropped, someone asked, will all players be getting these private matches eventually? And he said they will, with the eye emoji. But the problem is they've been promising that for over 2 years as well. Some people just may assume that that may be the announcement coming at the end of season 15. He also had a tweet from Moy saying, "Sorry that I have to be so vague. I just wanted to share that I'm currently working on something that I believe will make a lot of people very happy. Just remember this tweet." Now, however, you got to realize he is the lead animator, so I'm not sure what he would be animating that would be making the community entirely happy. Then again, if it is a new version of the game, maybe he's working on some animations over there. Maybe there's like menu animations or something. I'm not sure. Then I also wanted to remind that Apex nuking the idea of a campaign coming to the main game and then just making it its own game so they could put it on a new build. Maybe that is an indication as well that they realize it needs to be done. I don't know. I know there's a lot of maybes in this video, and some things can be far-fetched for sure. We do know that something is going on. Some announcement is coming at the end of the season. We just don't know what it is, but we know it's time for something to be done. With Apex having their biggest event of the entire year, getting so much backlash from people, the fan favorite game mode Winter Express getting so much backlash for returning once again, people are tired of the same rinse repeat cycle. We talked about on our podcast the other day is that we wouldn't be so upset if we knew what was going on. If you would tell us what you're working on or give us some type of a roadmap of what's going on. But cross progression surely hasn't released. Private matches surely hasn't released. New game mode surely hasn't released. Winter Express is still recycled. The entire collection event is recycled. There's not even new skins. It's a bunch of recolors. So what are you even working on? It just seems like there's not much or anything at all to show for the time that you've put in, and we know you're working on something. We know obviously something is going on. It's just that you can't really expect us to be happy about this collection event and respond in a positive way when you've shown us nothing and no proof with no updates about what you guys are working on next. Like, I think if you made a post a week before this trailer came out and kind of hinted towards some things that you guys are working on that players were super excited about, and even said, you know, this collection event will be our last kind of thing before we move on to these next updates for Apex, people will probably respond in a more positive way because we know you've been working on something. You're bringing something new that we're all probably going to be hopefully excited about. So therefore we can deal with a little bit of hardship for now until we get to that point. But I thought this was funny. That same senior producer seemed to be throwing some shade at all the people that left a dislike, I guess, over on that trailer, because he also gave some thumbs down to his friend Moy, and then also said, please use the Chrome extension so that you can see how many thumbs down I actually sent your tweet, Moy. Islet Games doing the salt emoji here. And then many people also saying, are you mad that your trailer didn't do so well? And if you guys have no idea what we're talking about, their Wintertide collection event still is not even over 1 million views yet, but you guys can see 42,000 dislikes and 22,000 likes on this trailer. It did horrible. Fans are tired of this. We're wanting something new. It's time to move on. Leave it at JMeyels to try to say something positive and end it on a negative note. I just couldn't help it. I mean, the fans are sick of this, but hopefully the fact that they nuked the campaign idea on the main game and decided to put it on a new game is a good indication that maybe things are going in the direction that we want it. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comment section below. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, later, Gators.